I couldn't leave this island without talking about a really remarkable episode that happened at the end of the Second World War. There was the 822nd Wehrmacht infantry division, German infantry division, except they weren't German, they were Georgian. They were a bunch of soldiers who'd been captured by the Nazis, probably on the Eastern Front, fighting for the Red Army. And of course, first question they ask is, do you want to die of starvation and typhus in one of our prison camps, or would you rather put on one of our uniforms and help us guard the frontiers of our new empire? So a lot of them opted for the latter. And they were basically the garrison on this island. They had other bits and pieces going on here. They had air defences, but I don't think that was necessarily the Georgians. But towards the end of the war, talking about April 1945, so just as things were all coming to a head, the Georgians rose up. They rose up and they slaughtered a lot of the Germans in their beds with knives and guns and axes and the rest of it. I think the best part of 500 Germans, 490 maybe, were killed. And then the German army, outraged of course, sent over reinforcements, and they hunted down a lot of the Georgians. About 500 of the Georgians were killed. They went into hiding all over the island. It's quite a big island, but you know, you hide in the sand dunes or in the countryside, you've got to get something to eat or drink soon, and a lot of them were killed. But, and let's not forget, a lot of the Dutch civilians were also killed, many dozens actually. It was pretty horrible for them as well. And this was just before the end of the war. And then what happened was that the Georgians, despite having been in Wehrmacht uniform, started being recognized by the Soviet Union for having fought a kind of rearguard action against the Germans. And a lot of them were actually celebrated as heroes in the Soviet Union for many years and decades afterwards. So I suppose it's better than admitting that a lot of your soldiers who were so desperate that they decided to fight for the hated Nazis. But anyway, that's what happened. And it's an absolutely beautiful island, and like the rest of the Netherlands, absolutely well worth getting on your feet. Ditch the bike, ditch the car, ditch the train, get on your feet and walk about. It's really well worth it. I'm going to use public transport next because that's the ferry and I can't get across to the mainland otherwise. Anyway,